Have you ever heard the saying, breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper? That's how we think about food today. 3 meals spread across a day. But for most of ancient Chinese history, people only ate 2 meals a day. Yup, no midnight snacks, no brunch, not even a second breakfast, just 2 meals. So how did they go from 2 meals to 3? Let's dig in. Life on 2 meals a day. In prehistoric times, people ate like hobbits gone wild. No set schedule. Hungry, eat. Full, stop. Then came the fire guy, literally. Ancient legends credit Sui Ren, the fire-making hero, with teaching people how to cook instead of gnawing raw meat. From then on, meals became a thing. By the Song Dynasty, around 3,000 years ago, people started eating at set times. Why? Because humans love order, also farming. So by the pre-Qin era, the norm was 2 meals. Breakfast, called Yong, around 9 to 10 a.m., and it was a big meal of the day. Eat a ton, fill up, and then hit the fields. Dinner, called Sun, around 3 to 5 p.m., smaller, lighter, because the sun was setting and you were heading to bed. In fact, Confucian etiquette literally said, don't eat at the wrong time. If you grabbed a snack outside meal hours, you were not just hungry, you were rude. So yeah, no snacking, no midnight noodles. Ancient life was tough. The rise of the 3rd meal. Of course, nobles don't like being told no snacks. As early as the warring states, rich aristocrats were already sneaking in a 3rd meal. Records complain that while soldiers starved, nobles were feasting on goose and duck at lunch. Classic inequality. By the Han Dynasty, emperors went overboard. Some had 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even late-night supper. And the punishments could involve fewer meals. Imagine your boss saying, "You rebelled? No lunch for you, forever." By the Tang Dynasty, farming got more productive, and people started joining in the trend. If you say Tang Dynasty art, you know plump was in. Big bellies meant big lunches. Even poets like Bai Juyi bragged about eating lunch with monks. But it wasn't until the Song Dynasty that 3 meals became standard. Why? Better farming tools and irrigation means more food. Night markets appeared after curfews were abolished. Imagine an ancient Chinese 7-Eleven. People stayed up later, so they needed that extra meal. So by the Song, China was officially on the 3 meals a day plan. What they ate? Of course, the menu was different. Early farmers ate mostly grains and vegetables. Meat was rare, salt was expensive, and everything was seasonal. Over time, cooking got fancier. Bronze pots gave way to ceramics and porcelain. Steaming, boiling, roasting, stir-frying. China's kitchen arsenal kept expanding. By the Song, food culture was so advanced that their cookbooks could still make modern foodies drool. Conclusion. So here's a summary. Early Chinese, 2 meals, big breakfast, small dinner. Nobles snacked their way to 3 or 4. By the Song Dynasty, everyone was on 3 meals, with night markets, late dinners, and way more variety. Basically, ancient food culture involved the same way ours did, from eat to survive, to eat with rules, to eat for fun. And honestly, If you dropped a Song Dynasty foodie into today's world, they'd fit right in at a brunch cafe, Instagramming their dumplings before eating them.